Well, hello everyone, I'm Buck, WSR Weezer. We're putting the do into do-it-yourself, and I welcome you back to another scintillating small engine repair video with Buck's Small Engine DIY on YouTube. And the problem with this baby is, I believe it's got a significant oil leak. The crankshaft seal at the bottom, I believe, is gone. Then we'll pull this engine to get a better look at what's going on. So there's a look at the bottom of our engine. My off-the-cuff diagnosis of a bad seal here is going to be accurate. Oh, that's it. We got it. So that's pretty good. Now I'll be able to go and order a replacement for this. Let me go order that seal, and then I'll meet you back here when it's time to install it. And we're back! Got the new seal. Kohler genuine parts. There's the seal number 2003208-S. I would imagine this is the same for any of these single cylinder Kohler engines. You know, Kohler, what is this? Courage? Kohler Courage? Probably the same one, but you probably should check to make sure you get the right seal if you're doing this on your tractor, on your engine. So I've got the seal, and I've got a little bit of grease, and I'm going to put a little bit of grease on the outer edge and the inner edge, and I'll probably put a little grease on the crankshaft too, as we get ready to install this. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. It's a little bit overcast today. I have some lights above me, but I'm probably causing a shadow. Alright, so I'm just putting some grease on this. I got a place. I mean, I bought it on eBay, right? But it's a seller that I use all the time. And the reason, and I pay more. Could have gotten it cheaper. I think it was 14 bucks, but I also saw it on eBay for like 8 bucks. And I chose to pay 14. You know why? Because they'll get it to me within one day. It's amazing. Now, that's because they got good service, but also because they're kind of local. Not that far from me, so it doesn't delay long in arriving. All right. How about a piece of PVC pipe? What size is this? I'd have to measure it. What is it, like 2 inches? I think it'll by inside diameter. No, 1.5 inches. It's 1.5 inches piece of PVC pipe. And I cut it with a miter saw so I get a nice square edge. And maybe this will help us tap it in evenly, at least to get it started. Is that enough? I think that might be it. No, this side not in all the way. There we go. I think that feels like it's fully seated now. Light taps. All right, let's not overdo it. That looks pretty good. Yeah, you just gotta go easy so it gets in right. It's easy to screw it up otherwise. I think the PVC pipe was a good move. All right. I think we did that. I think we solved this puppy. And I'm going to put on a new oil filter. Probably have to clean that carburetor out because it's sat for a while. We'll be ready to put this back on the tractor, and hopefully we've got a good result there. I always like to pre-fill my oil filters. That's always a good idea. So the filter's primed and ready to go. I can do this. There we go. I don't use the wrench on the install. I just go hand tight. And I might take a marker and write today's date on the outside of this filter, just to have a point of reference of when I changed it last. Well, Fluffy went to town on our fuel solenoid wire, so I'm going to try to replace this piece. And I got some wire here and some connectors, crimp connectors, so probably should do that, and it's easier to do up here on the bench, right? All right. Do one more. That should work. He plugs in down there, and that should be about it for the wire repair. Alright, so I'm ready to drop this engine back into the tractor right here. I'm draining the old fuel right now. Not too much in that tank, and we'll start with fresh. So I'm going to drop the motor into place. And I'm going to connect the starter. Make that wire connector connection. I'll bolt on the muffler. We'll come over to this side. We'll connect the throttle cable. connect the fuel line. And we'll get it up in the air and we'll install a crank pulley, bolt the motor down, and after that I got to come up with a battery. Have a couple here that might work. And you know, it's really just the reverse of what we did when we were removing the engine. So I'm going to take care of those things and then meet me back here and we'll see if we can get to fire up. I think it's time to see if this Kohler is going to have the courage to fire up for us. I think I got it all put back together as it should be. Remember, it hasn't run in quite a long time, so we'll see what we get. Opening the fuel valve. Oil is good. I added fuel. I don't have an air cleaner. We'll just have to do our best, and let's see what we get here. Choke. Key. Starter spinning but not engaging the flywheel. Alright, I'll have to look into that. Okay, we're back. That last battery didn't have the chutzpah to turn this thing, so I changed out the battery. And I also observed that the carburetor was leaking quite badly. I took the carburetor down and I put in a new needle for the needle float. And that seems to be doing better. So I'm ready to give this another try. Hey, it runs and it sounds pretty good. Once I put a strong battery in there, it started right up, and I'm very happy with that. I paused the camera because there was, you know, old oil stuff on the muffler that was burning off and smoking. You know, with gravity-fed fuel systems anymore, I'm putting in an inline fuel shut-off switch. Because, you know, you just don't need it leaking on you. I might need to rebuild this carburetor completely. I don't know if it's leaking or not. It might be leaking here at this gasket. The bowl gasket. Well, that's kind of an easy fix. I got the carb kit. I got a new gasket for that. It's the nut gasket. Right there, I think I see it leaking. Maybe I could just try tightening it. Anyway, I'm very happy with that. I'm not seeing any signs of oil leaking. I think we solved that problem with the new crankshaft seal. And now I just gotta do a few more things to get this put back together, add the deck, and we'll be mowing grass. I think that wraps it up for this Toro with the Kohler Courage crankshaft seal replacement job, and I think it turned out pretty good. I don't want to mow with this tractor yet until I get an air filter on it, so I'm not going to do that, but it's about ready to go. And I'm pleased that we removed the engine to do this job. You know, when I had it up in the air and I pulled the crank pulley off, I thought to myself, you know, you might be able to just replace that seal right there. But it was such a mess, a greasy mess. The engine's a mess. The underside of the tractor is such a mess. I'm happy to pull the engine and clean that all up. So, you know, we get a fresh start now with a nice clean tractor. So it's from 2006. It doesn't owe us anything really, and if we can get a little more life out of it, or somebody can use it, that's great. And I had a great time working on it. I thank you sincerely for watching the video. It means a lot to me. And yeah, so your comments and questions, concerns, criticisms, complaints, suggestions, all of that's welcome in the discussion below, as it always is. Again, I appreciate it, and I'll look forward to spending some more time with you all on our next video. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.